Come on, Ben, dance. There you go. That's it.
How's that? A little better?
Very good. Very good. All right. Hey, listen, this is that's the theme song for Bad Boy, Battery Boy, Bad Boy, Battery Ben. Is that it? Something like that.
That's it, I think. Yeah. We'll get there.
I think what's funny is that I got an email, I believe from Todd was his name, who watches the show. And he's like, I really like Battery Bad Boy Ben. I was like, I'm telling you, Ben, it's sticking. It's sticking. It is.
I'm telling you, we can get T-shirts made and everything. So
exactly.
we'll have, plans submitted by in business.
Yep, we're going to have some merch coming soon. So what did we review? What are we talking about?
Okay, this, you'll see it on the pictures too, but this is the Kensington StudioDock. And basically it is meant to, kind of bridge the gap between certain iPads and Mac computers.
Oh, nice.
So it's nice. I mean, it's kind of the only one like it that I've come across on the market. It's heavy. It's made of aluminum. It's got this magnetic, backed plate that you attach the iPad to. The only thing is, it's only for certain very specific iPads. It'll only work on like certain newer model iPad Airs and iPad Pro models.
Okay, so wait. So the whole idea is I'm going to slap my iPad on this, right? On this stand. Okay, because there's tons of iPad stands. Okay, but we're going to slap it on this stand. And then I've got a place where I can charge my phone and my AirPods, right? Right there. Oh, yeah. And then I can connect a keyboard to it, Bluetooth, right?
Yep.
And then I have kind of almost a laptop desktop computer, right?
Kind of, yes. I mean, you can do the Bluetooth anyway, like the keyboard and all that stuff, but it's got ports on the back like USB-C, so you can connect wired versions of that too. It has an HDMI port also, but it's a little deceiving. You can plug in like a second monitor, plug it into your TV, but you can only mirror what's on your iPad screen. You can't extend it, but that's not Kensington's fault. That's Apple limiting what the OS is able to do. So I was a little bummed about that when I first plugged it into a second monitor. It's just like, it just duplicates.
Yeah, it seems like that would be something that you would want. I mean, like that would be like a natural thing to have happen.
Yeah. You know how long it takes Apple to get around to opening things up for, a little bit more usefulness, especially when you're working with other, brands and third parties. So
no, say that's not true. That's Apple doesn't do that, Ben.
Yeah. Walled garden? What? Yeah, I know. It's got some pretty handy. I mean, it's got those ports I mentioned. A lot of USB-C-A, and I don't really get that. It only has one USB-C, but it's got an SD card slot, which is nice. Yeah, if you're a photographer and you pop the card out of your DSLR, put it right into this, you're editing photos and videos. It swivels. You can like swivel it from portrait to landscape. You can tilt it. That's nice. I do like that a lot. But here's what's funny. So this came out about a year ago, and they released two different sizes for like the smaller iPads and the bigger iPad Pros. Very specific size. And it wasn't even a handful of months later that Apple released the brand new iPad Pro, which looked the same, except it was 0.5 millimeters thicker and not compatible with this. So they had to release a brand new one. This one just came out this month, and it's made for that new iPad Pro. So you have three versions of this dock now, and you just have to make sure you pick the right one. So it can get a little confusing, but it's got the wireless charging for your iPhone, like you mentioned. It's got the place for your AirPods. You can buy the optional Apple Watch charger also. It does not come with it, but
so where does that go? Does it like just plugs into the back, or is it?
No,
or is
right
it,
on
or
the
is
side
it,
here. I'll hold it up to.
Oh.
See, this is where the dock is for the USB-C, and it plugs in on the outside of that, so your watch just kind of hangs off the side. Not if you do it like this, though. If you turn it to like the portrait, then you're kind of out of luck. But go back to that.
That's kind of a bummer.
But yeah. So that brings me to the price of everything, because, like I said, there are three to choose from, and they range in price from $380 to $400.
You're kidding.
Depending.
Are they really that? I thought it was like $325. Or is that the old version?
The low end was, the smaller version is $380. The one that's meant for like the iPad Air, I think 11 inch. But this one is $400. It's the same price as the other one that, for iPad Pros 2020 and previous. But if you want that extra Apple Watch connector, an extra $70.
Jeez. Well, I guess you know what? I'm complaining because I think that's a lot of money. But if you wanted to buy a laptop, right? You're going to spend a lot more than that. I mean,
Yeah.
seems like.
Well, especially if you're buying an Apple laptop. Yes.
Well, yeah, a MacBook. Let's look at a MacBook Air. It just starts at MacBook Pro rather. The reason why I know is because I just picked the one out for Andrew, Father Andrew, the Random Acts of Kindness last week. MacBook Pro is like $2,000. I mean, it's a lot of money. It is, it really is. Do you like it?
I like it. I don't think it's for everyone. You have to. I think you have to be of the mindset that you're already using an iPad as a replacement computer, or you're, a graphic designer, or you like editing photos, and you've got a little bit less space than for a traditional laptop or desktop computer. So you have to be of that mindset. I think the price kind of separates it from making it I have this iPad that'll work for this. I think that price still kind of separates that crowd from having any kind of use for it. So I think it's really that certain subset of power users who want to use their iPad as a computer and nothing else, or graphic designers. So that's why I think it's more limiting. If it was cheaper, like I thought when I first saw it, that it was going to be more in the $250 to $300 range, which is still a little high, but $400 really separates it from.
$400 feels expensive. $250 means like, okay, maybe. I mean, $150 is I'll just buy it, right?
Yes.
But $400 is I'm going to think about it. Now, when you do the review on the website, can you make sure that you really specify like for these brands, for these type of iPads, this is the one you want, and then for this one, and then just link it over to Amazon? Because I think that this is something that people
check if it's on Amazon.
Okay, because I think this is a
At the
product
very
that
least,
people like.
Go ahead.
No, I said I think this is a product that people will really like.
I agree. I think the new one, because it's so new, I don't think it's on Amazon. I'll have to double check to see if the two older ones are on Amazon, but they're definitely on Kensington's site. So yes, I'll make sure to put the disclaimers of which works for which and the applicable links to buy them.
Okay, now
even the little Apple Watch charger.
Now, if you're not already getting Tech Refresh, which is I like to say, our weekly fun podcast about all things digital, is that Ben does a review on Tech Refresh every single week. And this past week, the episode that I think, is it dropping today or the weekend? I'm not really sure. But on Tech Refresh, you reviewed a phone, and it's for all of you people, and I say you people, that have called the show, emailed me saying, I break everything. Right. I break every phone that I have. It doesn't matter. I break it because this phone, you can even drop it in acid. Right, Ben?
Certain types, yes. It's a very rugged throwback to the old style flip phones. It's the Cat S22 Flip, made by Cat of the Caterpillar brand that makes all the heavy machinery. Little bitty touch screen, runs Android. Otherwise, it's got the standard old keys. You can drop it, you can throw it, and I'm trying to remember the price. I think it's around $275, which is
wasn't bad,
very affordable by today's phone price standards.
Although,
it's a T-Mobile exclusive, though.
I do like what Matthew said during the podcast when you were talking about dropping. He's like, "How do you get it out?" It's like, just wondering, how do you get the phone out of the acid? So wherever you get your podcast, make sure you search for Tech Refresh and tell your family members and friends. And because you love Tech Refresh, make sure that you leave us a great review, a written review, 5 stars and a written review. And if you're wondering where to leave that review, just hit the more button, which are those 3 little dots on Apple, wherever you get your podcast. And then you can always give us a review. Ben, good job. And for those of you who are watching, if you want to read the entire review, it's always posted over at Komando.com. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Kim.